Following the hearing, we will conduct our monthly business meeting, at which time we will vote on the applications. You may stay and hear how the applications are decided, or you may leave following the hearing. The applicant and town board will be sent a copy of tonight's decisions. Any other person wishing to receive a copy of a decision can sign the sheet on the table at the front of the room. Those of you who wishing immediate knowledge of the outcome of these procedures may call the county zoning office tomorrow morning. The procedure we will follow for hearing each application is: after each application is read, the applicant, their agent, or representative will be asked to present their application, followed by any questions or committee comments from the committee. Then all correspondence will be read. Then others in favor will have a chance to speak. Anyone objecting will then have a chance to speak. I will then ask for a summary of committee's field observations and any staff comments. Finally, the applicant will be allowed a chance for a short rebuttal if they wish. Anyone who wants to speak should use the microphone, state their name, and direct their comments to the committee. I ask that all testimony be kept brief, no more than 5 minutes, and to the point. If you are testifying as a nearby landowner, please tell us where your property is located relative to the subject property. Tonight's hearing will be recorded, and the recording will become part of the record. Comments that are based on hearsay or secondhand information, as well as slanderous or prejudicial remarks, will be ruled out of order. The committee has looked at all the properties, and the record will reflect those observations. Any person affected by an administrative decision of this committee has 10 days from the filing of tonight's decisions to make an appeal to circuit court. The county assumes no liability and makes no warranty as to the legality of any construction commenced prior to the expiration of this 10-day period. I will now introduce the committee. George Peterman, down on the end. Pat King, next to him. Jerry Lauer, Cindy Rettler, Tom, and this guy.
Todd Waller.
and Carl.
Carl Cuisinart.
Yeah.
Hard to pronounce.
And that's why I save him till last.
Well, thank you, Mike.
There you go. And I got a short chair today. I don't know how that worked out, but it did. Tonight we have 2 applications before us for consideration. The first being a zone change, and the second a conditional use request. We will, the first one we will do will be the zone change request, and that is the Elixon Agency in Wautoma. And if you would like to come up to the microphone.
Wait, you got to read.
Yep,
Go ahead and read.
I got to read my stuff here too, okay? The Elixon Agency, Inc., Wautoma, Wisconsin, has made an application for a zone change in accordance with sections 58-131 through 138, 58-451, and 58-481 of the Waushara County Zoning Code from A to G general agriculture to an AR agricultural residential for the purpose of creating 4 10-acre parcels which constitute a minor division. The location, an approximate 40-acre parcel being at the southeast quarter of northeast 1/4 of section 29, township 19N, Rosetown of Deerfield, Brown Deer Drive, and 9th Avenue. If you'll speak into give us your name and speak into the microphone so we can hear.
My name is Rory Elixon. I'm the president of Elixon Agency in Wautoma. We bought this 40 last month, and we are asking for a zone change, as you read, from ag general to ag residential. We met with the Deerfield Town Board last week, and to review this with them at their meeting, and they said they had gone out and looked at the property, and they requested that we change our diagram that we had to 4 10-acre parcels running north and south, so that the driveways would exit on Brown Deer instead of 9th, because at the end of north end of 9th, there's kind of a hill, and it's a little touchy there. And we said that would be fine with us. And I think I dropped a map off this morning, but I think you had already gone out there, and I said I would run out there, and then Amy said, no, don't bother, we'll talk to them about when it comes in. So we told the town of Deerfield that we would do that, and they said they would have no objection, contingent upon going through the other hearings, and if anybody's for it or against it, we would hear that tonight. So that's what I have to say, and if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Thank you. We'll open it up to the committee. Do they have any questions?
I was at instructions. I was at the town board meeting and for Deerfield, and it seemed like the town of Deerfield, their only concern was placement of those driveways. I see the updated map with our packet here, so I think that meets the town's only concern. And on our site evaluation, it's a 40-acre parcel of land. So yeah, there wasn't much for questions or discussions on our end, unless anyone else in the past 24 hours or 36 hours have thought of anything else.
The only thing that I would say would be, thank you. Did you hear me out there?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. The only thing that I would say is that proper signage be put out on the highway or the 9th Avenue because of the hilliness, and that would have to be done by the county or the highway department, so it indicates that there are driveways there.
Yeah, it's a little hilly when you get to the west end of it a little bit, but most of it's fairly level. Yeah, sure.
I mean, the only concerns that I had.
Right. I understand. Sure.
Does staff have any additional questions for the applicant?
No. With regard to, we did receive some correspondence. Tom Whaley, the chairman of the town of Deerfield, did telephone me on May 9th, stated that the town did in fact review the applicant's request. They're just requesting that the 4 parcels be subdivided in north-south orientation. The original drawing showed the 2 westerly-most lots in the north-south, the 2 easterly lots, and that had a east-west orientation. Is indicated by the applicant. He did drop off a plan. The drawing is attached in your staff reports that shows the new location or orientation of the lots. That's all we've received in terms of correspondence.
Is there any, you may go sit down.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone registered to speak in favor of the request?
We have no registrants.
Is there any registered to speak in opposition of the request?
We also have no registrants with regard to objections.
Okay. If, yeah.
Oh.
You would.
As stated, the applicant is requesting a zone change for property located at the northwest corner of 9th Avenue and Brown Deer Drive in the town of Deerfield. He's seeking to rezone it from an AG5, which is a general agricultural 5-acre minimum, to AR agricultural residential. In addition, the applicant seeking to create 4 lots, each approximately 10 acres in size, which would constitute a minor subdivision. As you've seen, the property is basically undeveloped. According to county records and aerial photography, the subject land has really been uncultivated or plowed for about the past 20 years, outside of some sparsely planted spruce and red pines. Comprehensive plan for the town of Deerfield does slate the subject parcel of land for agricultural uses with minimum 5-acre lots, and it was envisioned at one point in time that the DNR would maintain ownership, and right now surrounds it on the north and west, and it was envisioned that eventually the DNR land would spread further eastward, going all the way out to 10th Avenue. On our on-sites, on Wednesday, May 16th, the committee felt that the rezoning request was consistent with the surrounding land uses and did not pose any objection to the applicant's request. They, however, did concur with the recommendations from the town of Deerfield. For the record, the committee has previously been furnished with a copy of the site plan and all pertinent data. Keep in mind that a zone change is a permanent change to the property, and that by changing the zone, you are likely changing not only minimum lot size, but also what may be permitted on the property. Because of the permanent change, the review standards are quite high, and applications for zone changes are reviewed by 3 bodies. The first step being completed tonight is the public hearing before the Planning and Zoning Committee, which will then make a recommendation to the Board of Supervisors. The Board of Supervisors, in turn, would make a recommendation to the Town Board of Deerfield. That, however, has already occurred. So essentially, after the Board of Supervisors review, the rezoning could take effect. Staff has reviewed the request and believes the zone change to be in keeping with both the existing surrounding land uses and the proposed land uses outlined in Deerfield's comprehensive plan. We are therefore recommending approval of the zone change request from AG to AR, in addition to the creation of 4 lots, subject to the conditions stated within your report.
Is there any rebuttal by the owner? Okay, thank you. Being no more comments, we'll move to the second. And the second one is a conditional use request by Denise Blader. Will the applicant please come forward to the microphone?
Want to read?
Blader's Dakota Inn, Watoma, Wisconsin, has made an application for conditional use in accordance with section 58-664, parentheses 3 of the Waushara County Zoning Code to hold an annual 3-day music festival with rough camping in the CG General Commercial and RS20 residential single-family zones within the shoreland area. Location: an approximate 3.12-acre area of land north of County Road JJ, situated both east and west of 13th Drive, to be used for festival and commercial vendors, and an additional combined parcels being approximately 2.5 acres located south of County Road JJ, including Blader Dakota Inn and adjacent parcel to east, to be used for rough camping and parking. Section 31, Township 18 North, Road 10E, Town of Dakota, W9501, County Road JJ. Any or all of the above items will be viewed prior to the public hearing of the Waushara County zoning. Such intervals shall be done at the locations above on May 16th, and we did. Would the applicant?
Okay, Denise Blader with Blader's Dakota Inn. We are requesting the conditional use for our music festival, which starts on Friday, June 1st, and will end on Sunday, June 3rd. It is a fundraiser for the disabled American vets. We are looking to have the rough camping right next to the bar there. I know we have things to meet for that. One was the porta potty situation, and I did go to them and sign up today. They have 3 of them coming in, along with a hand washing station for over there. We have 3 coming across the street, one of them being handicap accessible, 2 regular ones, and a hand washing station. They are scheduled to be maintained on a regular basis by the Packerland Portables. And if we see fit that on Saturday we need more, they will bring more stations out for us. The camp, we'll be closing 13th, I think it is, right in front of where Bullshitters was. That road will be closed for the weekend. The bandstand will be out there, and at the end of that road will be for motorcycle parking. We have additional parking, which would be in the American Legion, where they have their hall. They've allowed us to park there. And also by Harry's Auto, they have storage units in the back there, and they said we could use that for parking as well. We have security and staff set up for the entire weekend. They'll have a schedule where they'll all be on duty. We'll have people there 24/7 for the entire weekend. Each person will be checked in to get into the festival. As they pay to get in, they have a wristband. They will be given information about staff that's available for them and who to look for in case they need any assistance on anything, as well as going into the camping. There will be a camping band. They will be given strict instructions on what they are able to do and not do while they are camping there. So we have people going around checking for wristbands the entire weekend to make sure that everybody that is in there is aware of, they've already been told the rules. They have the wristband. So we've done that. I'm not sure what else. We've talked to the highway department about parking and people parking on the road. We reviewed a couple locations that I should put a no parking sign, and we will do that mainly around the corner on Double J and down by the bridge going across the McCann. So we will do that. I'm working with the health department on everything I need to meet for her. I have also talked on a couple occasions with Sheriff Nett to go over security and what he has in mind for the weekend as well. I have a letter here from the town board for Dakota stating their support of the event.
Thank you.
Is there any other information I can give you that I haven't already given you that you're looking for?
Does the committee have any questions for the applicant?
Well, my questions are, as we discussed while we were there on the inspection, was the proper care of waste. The other one is the proper care of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Refuse. And where are those going to be placed?
In the camping facility, there will be 4 covered garbage cans that'll be used for them if they're walking around to put their garbage in. They're required while they are camping to take their garbage with them. We will have staff emptying those garbages, going around picking up anything. On the back of the gator, we will have buckets for any wastewater they may have that they need to get rid of. We will dump it in those buckets and put in our mop sink as per the health department. At the bar, we have a spigot outside of the Dakota Inn that they have access to at any time. We'll make sure when they sign up for the camping, they know where that is located, so if they need water for something for their campsite, they can get it from there. But we will have people on the grounds in the ATVs and gators going around selling bottled water throughout the whole weekend so that they'll have water for that as well.
So you're not going to have any, waste management containers available?
No, they need to take their garbage with them. I have my big waste management containers at the bar, which we will take the small garbage cans and put into. Yeah.
The other question would be, what kind of sleeping arrangements have you got for your personnel that you have?
We have family and friends that will have their camping over by the property, which is behind where Bullshitters was. We own a home over there, so that they'll be bringing their campers over there and staying over there so that they're on site the entire weekend.
Proper maintenance as far as, proper control as far as traffic is concerned?
Yes. Correct. Yes, no, we have lots of volunteers between the vets that are here tonight. They have committees that are getting together and are going to help with all of that throughout the entire weekend.
There's another question that, not question, but thought that came to my mind. And nobody's really done any, had any discussion about it, and that is firearms. How are we going to control, or how are you going to control this situation? Because I would hate to see something happen.
Right. Well,
This is something that is going to most likely be an annual event.
correct.
Just have your explanation, if you have.
I hadn't really thought about it, but I guess if they do have the carry permit, they can have it, but they can't have any alcohol. So we've never had any trouble with anyone bringing them in the bar.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about the bar.
Right, but I'm just saying, we haven't had any trouble with that in the past. But as far as monitoring, I mean, if they have a permit, there's nothing that we can, we can't tell them that they can't bring them in. So, yeah, but, like I said, we have people out there watching and that's, the kind of things they'll be watching for as well.
Does staff have any additional questions?
Do we want to ask some additional?
I got just a couple, Denise.
Go ahead.
One thing that I had thought of that we didn't get that chance to ask you yesterday, or we had the chance, just didn't do it. Inclement weather, June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, where, tornadoes, heavy thunderstorms, we have temporary structures. Is there a plan, or like an evacuation plan, or some sort of plan to make sure everyone has a safe place to go, and or a plan to sort of clear out and say everyone's got to go because we have storms moving in our area?
Right, and that's something I will discuss with the people that are going to be on staff all weekend. We can sit down and have a plan for that. Really, as far as somewhere to go, I'm pretty limited at the bar there. We have cooler space, which is a great place, but not everybody's going to fit in my beer coolers and my
Right.
produce coolers. So, the plan would have to be to evacuate.
But, yeah, and I would imagine just someone's going to need to monitor the weather.
Yep.
Or, and obviously we all hope it's a great weekend, but,
Right.
you never know, June 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And then one other question. So on the paperwork, it mentioned that this is a fundraiser for the disabled vets. What organization are you specifically working with?
Yep, they can probably tell you when, if they get up to talk.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yep,
We're Chapter 51. We're located right on East Wautoma,
okay,
Disabled American Veterans.
all right, perfect,
This is this area that we encompass, this whole area.
okay. Yep. And then all the proceeds are going
Yep.
to the disabled vets?
Correct.
Perfect, all right, that's all I got for that.
I noticed when we went to look at the site, where the camping's going to be, the roadway into there was pretty soft and
Yeah, that,
is there
we
gonna
can,
be some fill?
we'll
there?
fill, we'll haul fill in there. We have the trucks and we have the fill. We just, when we do our work over there, everything will be done so that it's not looking like it was with all the rain we've had. We're just a little behind on everything, but Brian and all of his employees will be over there fixing it, and we'll have tons of volunteers over there making sure everything is cleaned up over there and easy to get in and out.
Another concern was where, I believe it was Bullshitters was, there's a platform that's,
Yeah, they will be hauling fill in all the way around that, so where the rough edges are, so that no one can get injured by that. They will fill that all in.
so it's not going to be roped off, it's just going to be made more level.
Correct.
And then there's that tree that's near there, it looks like
That needs a few branches taken off, but yes, they will do that too.
it's gonna be pruned.
Yeah.
And there's the
Septic, and we will block that off
That's
as
gonna be
well.
blocked
Yep.
off as well.
Yep. When we put the fencing up, we'll put fencing around that area as well.
And are you going to have a tent there for?
There'll be a lot of
outdoor?
tents. We're going to have a real big one. The bandstand, the people with the band and the sound and lighting have the big stage, which has the cover on it, so they will be under that. And then we will have additional tents in there for people.
So is the stage going to be on that road
Yes.
itself? And then you had said that there was going to be vendors behind that?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of vendors signed up as of yet. Hopefully next time we will do that. A lot of people are a little shy on doing it on a first annual event. But if we only have a couple, we'll probably put them right in the grounds. But we were reserving the town square there for the vendors to go in had we had a number of them.
Then I also noticed there's It looks like a shed that's a bar. Is that going to be used, or is that your intention to use that for the event, or?
We're working on being able to just serve out the service window. We're working with, I guess, zoning and the, trying to think of the Tim.
Tim Tripp.
Yeah. We have the specs of the building that we've had for a long time, and I don't know why they didn't get to him. We had to have an architect draw those up, had the electrical inspected. That's all been done. For some reason, it got dropped the ball between the two, so that'll be done. He's going to go through it one more time, and then it'll just be used to serve from the service window out.
My only concern really, when I noticed when I was there, is you said there's going to be plenty of staff around. Are they going to be like in fluorescent yellow
Yep.
shirts or
Yes,
something?
the security have yellow, and the staff have green, and they're neon colors, and we'll make sure that everyone knows, you know, and it says it right on there. It says security. We have them all printed up, so they'll be easy to find.
My concern would be when they walk across to the campground, if they've had a few drinks,
Mm-hmm.
and if there'd be someone to help them cross the street.
Absolutely. There's so many people around there that'll be helping everyone. That's not a concern.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Does the staff have any questions?
Yeah, one of the questions I'd like to just comment on is with regard to the bar, you know, accessory shed, whatever,
Correct.
over by the volleyball courts. One of the conditions that we've placed in our report, and you'll hear it probably tonight should this go forward, is that we're asking that a land use permit and building permit be applied for and received, you know, prior to the event.
Okay.
So we just have to make sure that that building meets current code.
Yep.
Is going to be safe, obviously, for anybody that's going to
Okay.
be within there.
We will continue our work with him to get that going as soon as we can, so.
And then the only other comment, I guess, or question I have is that, Denise, you know, please understand, this is, you're asking for an annual event. One thing that we're going to make a recommendation for is that the approval is for this year, right now. Should this be successful, Sheriff Jeff is going to be providing me with a report. Mary Robel is also going to be providing me with a report. I will be presenting those either in July or in August at a business meeting before the Planning and Zoning Committee. And should it be found that everything was a success, then we'll work it out so that you've got an annual permit.
Okay.
Obviously, if there's some things that we need to address, we'll cross that bridge at that time. Okay?
That is fair.
And you want me to get into correspondence then, or?
Okay, thank you. You can take a seat.
Thanks, Denise.
Is there anyone that's registered to speak?
Actually, I have a couple correspondence, if that's all right.
Okay.
Just with regard to correspondence, I just wanted to touch base on the fact that attached in your reports, there's a letter from Mary Robel, environmental health specialist here for the county. She's outlined several conditions and recommendations for the applicant. I just wanted to point out that most of those conditions, actually all of those conditions and comments are in one shape or another conditionalized within the report. Also, I just wanted to touch base really quickly. Denise handed me a letter from Bobby Bant, who's the chairman for the town of Dakota, and I'd just like to read it into the record. Dear Waushara County Zoning Board, I just wanted to take a moment to express our support for granting of Blader's Dakota's Inn conditional use permit. The Dakota Town Board voted unanimously in support of the conditional use permit. We believe the annual 3-day event will provide opportunity for local vendors. Undoubtedly, this event will bring new visitors into Dakota Township and Waushara County. We are hopeful that these visitors will continue to return to our beautiful area other times of the year as well, increasing tourism, whether family vacations or shorter day trips while out on a ride. Please feel free to contact me with any questions or concerns. Sincerely, Bobby Bant. And that's all I have for correspondence.
Is there any registered to speak?
Yes, I have 3 registrants to speak in favor. Is there a Thomas Weber? Please take the podium.
Hi, my name's Tom Weber. I am a member of Disabled American Veterans. I actually was a state commander in 2014-15. I was very much involved with the Wisco rally that was in Green Lake County. Winnebago County over in Rush Lake at the Log Cabin Bar and Grill. They had an annual 3-day event. Their last event was also graciously donated to the DAV, and I'm really proud that they picked us for this also. We take that money and we use it for good. The DAV has the best percentage of any group as far as what money goes straight to the veteran. We're at 78%, and nobody else can say that. Our National Trust Fund is at 94%. That's unbeatable. I'm very much attuned to what happens during these events. Our DAV folks come in. We help with security. We help with helping people across the street. We help with sanitation. We help with anything that Denise needs. I will be there as much as possible through the whole event because, of course, I know all the DAV folks also. Red Granite, Chapter 51, this is their area, Waushara County. The proceeds go to their chapter. If there isn't enough people that can sign up from their chapter, Chapter 17 in Oshkosh has also volunteered to help out. So we will have plenty of people there. I understand you haven't had an event like this in this county. I'm glad you're here. One thing we did is we did put signage up, no firearms or weapons allowed. As you know, we have motorcycle groups come in. Some of them aren't so friendly. Some of them are wonderful. If we can keep anything like that out, security sees something, they escort the person out, ask them to leave, and if they don't, then we call them. They're the muscle. We're just the verbiage. We don't take physical action, but we do make sure we call them. I'm hoping that we can do that. Put some signage up because I've heard there's liability with that, but you know what? Motorcycle groups, their weapons and alcohol don't mix. Just doesn't mix. But I assure you we will be there to help. It should go smooth. We didn't have any problems in the 3 years I was involved with it, with the log cabin, because everybody was helping. I don't know what else to say. I do say it's a wonderful thing for our veterans. I devote almost all my time to our veterans. I'm one myself. I spent 25 years in. I was injured in the line of duty. Here I am. If there's any questions, I would love to answer them. But you know, when you did the introductions, I knew I was in the right room.
Did you take the words right out of my mouth? Well, you got me beat by 5 years. I'm 20 years.
Well, thank you for your service.
Also Vietnam.
Excellent.
I would just like to say this. I know we're going to sleep well over this. I know I am because I'm a DAV myself. Excellent. And I'm well aware of where this money all goes to. And it makes me happy to hear that we have something like this possibly going to go on. And with what you've mentioned and how you're going about this answers a lot of questions. I think what the board had brought up on Wednesday at our open air meeting, maybe quite satisfied now.
Excellent.
I hope that this continues as far as the DAV is concerned, and I'd like to take it back to DAV because this town is for it, and so very comfortable with what our veterans are. So I'm speaking for all of them on the board here. Thank you much for coming up.
I'll be honored to do that. We have our state convention coming up the week and after this event, and I will be making an announcement at that convention as far as what the outcome is from this. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it too. I have 6 years in. Fortunately, I didn't get hurt. And I got out, I'm a Vietnam vet as well.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for what you do. We appreciate it.
I also have another individual to speak in favor, Deb Sable? Sable, sorry. Come on up.
My name is Deb Sable. I am from Fond du Lac. I am Denise's younger sister. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, I live in Fond du Lac, and I have been in business since 1974 in a tavern. She hauled me up here to help her do this. I have done multiple fundraisers at my place of business. So obviously I know the background of the do's, the don'ts, the whys, the hows, and how things happen and how we handle them. I am going to be up here all weekend to help support her, and we are going to do a good job with them as long as our weather permits, and if not, we'll figure it out. Where there's a will, there's a way. You know, in all the years that we've been in business between my sister and I, things happen. There is alcohol. Things are going to happen, but all we can do is the best that we can. And hopefully these people will support us and make it the peaceful fun that it should be. Everybody's there to have a great time and hopefully come back and do this again. As far as workers, I've got quite a few of my workers and my personal friends from town spending the whole weekend up there, because we have a couple campers that we are bringing up also. So I am also going to be there with her to support her. And like I say, if you've got any questions for me, you can check my record in town, my business, or anything else. You will see it's as clean as can be. So hopefully we will work very hard, and I'll need a lot of rest when I'm done with this. But if you have any questions, otherwise I'm here to support her, and we will do the best job we can and hope everything goes great and we can do it again every year and raise lots of money. So thank you for your time. If you have any questions. Okay. All right. Thank you.
And I have one more registration. Speak in favor, Mo Kalman.
I'm Mo Kalman. I'm a bartender / whatever else she needs. I mean, I have a family full of vets. I know what it's like. You want to get together, you want to have fun, but in the same aspect, you do need to be worried about security and safety. So honestly, with everyone that's going to be helping out, all of our regular volunteers too, we are looking for safety first and then fun. And as Tom had said, you know, if we can't, we call. Not a problem. You know, we are the voice, they're the muscle, and that's the way it is. And that's how all of our bartenders feel. Sorry, any questions?
Sounds like you're all pretty confident, and that makes me sleep well.
Well, if you come into the bar when I'm working, it's normally pretty nice.
Yeah.
Is there anyone registered to speak in opposition?
No.
Is there anyone to speak for information only?
No, sir.
Would the staff like to present their report?
Yep. As stated by Denise, the applicant is requesting a conditional use permit for a 3-day outdoor music festival fundraiser with rough camping to be held June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of 2018 on properties generally located east of County Road Y and north and south of County Road JJ in the town of Dakota. It is envisioned that ultimately this event will be held annually with raising funds for the disabled American vets. Staff has worked very closely with Denise to kind of separate the uses, so to speak. We've tried to concentrate all the commercial activity up in the commercially zoned properties. That would be the vendors, the tents, the stages, and then we've tried to concentrate the more residential uses, the camping in the areas zoned residential, which is south of JJ to the east of Dakota Inn. Staff has forwarded copies of this request onto the Public Health and the Sheriff's Office, as well as the Highway Department, and we've received numerous comments and concerns, all of which have been incorporated in one way, shape, or form into the conditions listed at the back of staff's report. The committee visited the property at the recent on-site on Wednesday, and while they were generally supportive of the festival, they did have numerous concerns regarding the safety and general welfare of the patrons. Of specific concerns, they noted the following. Disposal of both gray and black water from campers was not addressed. The overall participation and scheduled duties of volunteers and security details was not addressed. The patron crossing across JJ during the festival was a concern. Refuse being disposed of was a concern. The bar near the volleyball courts and accessory structure near the camping area did not appear to meet respective codes. The general overall safety for the campers in a non-lighted area. And the concrete pad, deck, and septic tank lids located in the festival area pose safety trip hazards for the general public. And then the last concern was the handicap accessibility to the restrooms. Excuse me. Staff has reviewed this request, and with the proper controls and conditions as listed in the report, we believe that a 3-day music festival could be a welcome activity to the area. We are therefore recommending approval of the conditional use request for a 3-day outdoor music festival fundraiser with rough camping, subject to the conditions listed within the staff report.
Okay, is that all?
Do you want to ask if they have any other?
Is there any rebuttal by the applicant? Okay. There'll be no more comments. That conclude the public testimony portion of tonight's meeting. With that being said, Cindy, can you please take the roll call?